This is a Windows 7 64-bit. How do I know it's a 64-bit? If I go and look in the file manager, if I've got program files and program files, x86, it's 64-bit. If I just have a program files alone, it is 32-bit. So this is 64-bit, definitely. Now in downloads, I've got my two downloads there, Fast Fourier from the plugin registry and gmic from the gmic site. No excuses for this one. It tells you it's gmic for GIMP setup. You might be wondering about the Fourier, but both of them have Win64 in the title, so really there's no excuse for getting the wrong versions. Opening up that zip file, it presents you with another folder. Inside that there are the two files we mentioned. One's an .exe, which Windows cunningly hides the extension for, but in my GIMP profile plugins folder, that's .gimp-2.8 plugins, I need to copy those two files, Fourier and that libfft file, into plugins. And this one just follows the prompts when you run it, and all credit to the gmic crowd, puts it straight into your GIMP profile. Excellent. So now opening GIMP. And here's a hint in case you wondered. So there's my GIMP 2.816. Here's a hint in case you wondered what that little bar at the top of the tools is. You click and drag your file into there and it opens. It's called the Wilbur bar. Now then, in generic, fast forward, gives you a description there if you hover over it, but we get this grey colour automatically presented, and we need the gradient file like that. And as well as the gradient file, we need to change the gradient type to foreground to transparent. We need transparent to foreground, so I need to use that little reverse icon to swap them around like that. And in the shape I need radial. So I'll just get rid of that little marker, and remember it's transparent to foreground there and radial. Now I can click in the centre of the canvas and just drag out, maybe third to half the way out. Fill it with a gradient, looks like that. Filters, generic, FFT inverse this time. And it removes the noise, but it makes the image very soft, neat sharpening. So I'll use gmic for this. There's gmic. And you can change the preview size to make it a bit better, like that. Whatever your display will cope with. And in the details section, lots of sharpens. All of them will work to a certain extent. Unsharp mask is very good, but to look at the octave sharpening that I used, just used the default values, except I bumped the amount up to maybe 5-ish. Too much and you bring the noise back in, but okay that, and that sharpens it up a little bit. So I hope you find this useful.